hive cluster is under attack.
Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today going to be a longer ZVZ featuring iNcontroL. Bit of an older replay. iNcontroL did pass away a few years ago. We miss him, but we honor him by remembering him. And I figure this is a good way to remember him. Let's see, it's a Korean player here against iNcontroL. I didn't see anything for an EUN clan or anybody named GI or GL. Rain? Is this Rain? Are you in Seoul? Anyway, left side going to be our purple Zerg. It is EunGI. Yes, I'm in Seoul. And on the right side, it's a white Zerg. It is iNcontroL. I love Seoul, says iNcontroL. He's been there before. He likes playing against Korean players. Me too, says EunGI. Good. All right, man, so it's a ZVZ that ends after the 7-minute mark, which I feel like is a good idea after that ASL ZVZ final that featured a bunch of about 7, maybe 10-minute games. Nothing really crazy happened here. That is a pool for Storama. That is a 9-pool opening here from iNcontroL, and the exact same timing over here, too, from EunGI. So, both players doing the exact same build. We're going 9-pool into gas. This is a fairly aggressive opening, but also pretty good against earlier pool openings. If you get your pool later than someone who went your opponent, then you're going to have a pretty good time. ZVZ, man. Knife fight in a phone booth is crazy. Did you watch that final? I watched that final. That ZVZ final in ASL 17. It was, I don't know. Just a lot of the time I'm like, yep, he had more mutas, he won. Or like, yep, he had a sunken, and so he won. It's just like, I don't know. There's something about ZVZ just feels less complex than the other matchups. And I mean, it's a mirror matchup, so sure, that makes a lot of sense. You're dealing with fewer units and fewer viable strategies as a result. Yeah, I mean, this is mirrored. Okay, except for the fact there are 8 lings coming out of iNcontroL instead of 6 for EunGI. Both players getting speed up. Interesting. So EunGI coming out with 6 lings. Overlord, great position to see these guys running out here on this 2-player map. He's making more and more lings. Yeah, man, this is just ZVZ in a nutshell, dude. Sometimes it's just all about them lings. iNcontroL gets a lair up before EunGI does. EunGI's like, I know I got spotted, but let's go try to get something done. Oh, he's firing his up too. So a little bit later, EunGI does have an extra drone up here. But I think there are more lings. Look at him hiding them, too. He's like, come on in. I skipped Zerglings for some reason. Come kill my stuff. And he's like, aha! Surprise! I have more lings than you do. And EunGI's like, ah! He just gets on out of there. iNcontroL, hilariously. Both players speed kicks in about the same time. Very funny. Because, again, very similar builds. And all of his lings are like, run, back it out. Hold this area. We can do it. Expanding is for people braver than both of us right now. Yeah, I mean, they're both going to... This is going to be throwing up a Spire, and we're going to make mutas. iNcontroL decides to engage in here. I don't know. Pretty good positioning here from EunGI, but, yeah, I mean, it's a stalemate is what it is. iNcontroL got a couple lings to survive, but... As good as lings are, 2 lings are just not going to be enough to really make a difference in this game. Oh, sniping a drone. Oh, that's the thing about ZVZ, man. Losing a single drone can be the difference between winning and losing. But no drones went down here. Pretty good control from EunGI. Both players' spires are coming in. EunGI's is a little bit faster, but it's going to be ling battles for the most part. I mean, I'd say this game has been fought to a stalemate here in the first 4 minutes. Like, nobody has a major advantage. They're both at 9 drones. They're both at 14 overall supply. They're just doing the same stuff. iNcontroL coming home. Who's going to expand first? That's what I want to know. Who's going to expand first? Sometimes ZVZ is just about who made a bunch of lings that the enemy did not anticipate and didn't have enough lings of their own and therefore died, right? It's kind of a stupid matchup that way. All right, now iNcontrol's on the defense. EunGI says, I'm not even sure if this is EunGI or EunGL. I can't tell if that's in lowercase L or a capital I. Right? Whatever. We can call him EunGI. That's funner to say. Or more fun to say if I want to be grammatically accurate. iNcontroL does decide to engage in here. I thought he'd just kind of sit outside. I don't know if that was the right idea. It's so tricky sometimes with Lings. It's a lot easier a lot of the time in other matchups to tell, okay, this unit composition defeats this unit composition. When it comes to Lings, it's kind of like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like there are more Lings for one player than the other one, and the player with the fewer Lings wins anyway, and sometimes it's positioning, right? Sometimes it's just maybe better micro. Sometimes I feel like it's just blind luck. But yeah, the fact that both these players are doing the exact same thing indicates that maybe we'll get past this Muta stuff. Maybe we'll actually get some Hydras out, or some Lurkers, or maybe we'll get Adrenal on these Lings and really turn them into monsters. That'd be fun. But yeah, I think at this stage, both players are retreating their overlords back home because they're like, well, there's Mutas out. Guess it's time to be blind about what's going on the other side of the map. Macro Hatch coming in from iNcontroL. That's different. Let's see if EunGI, I don't know. There's no indication that he wants to expand. There really isn't. We're going to see any Scourge here. I mean, that's definitely the way to do this thing. You can really even up a Muta versus Muta battle by having a couple Scourge hits get off. You can wipe out an enemy Mutalisk with a couple Scourge hits, and I mean, just like one drone can be enough between winning and losing, one Mutalisk dying can be the difference between winning and losing as well. Oh, I was going to say, they're letting this Zergling stay alive? No, definitely not doing that. EunGI, you're going to throw up, kind of saving up cash here. I don't know what he's doing. There's the Scourge. No connections. Good micro from iNcontroL. And, Scourge from EunGI make connections. That's a big deal. No, all of the Mutas die for iNcontroL. 4 Mutas survive from EunGI. And the Overlord gets sniped. That's not good. 21 to 13 total army supply. Come on in and win. Why are you not coming in and winning? There's nothing to stop you from doing that. Here we go. 1 Mutalisk. Okay, Scourge getting some connections here would be big. I mean, at the very least, they're zoning the enemy Mutas out of here. Oh, Scourge does take down a Muta. Oh gosh. Muta connections are okay. Really good there for those Scourge. EunGI is expanding behind this. Trying to, okay, ow. Okay, not the greatest of Muta micro here. Trying to pick off those Scourge. My goodness. Yeah, it's 16 to 13 supply at 8 minutes. Welcome to ZVZ. Scourge versus Scourge. No, they don't want to fight Scourge. Scourge do not want to fight Scourge. They are friends. Look at these guys just parked over these eggs. Like, come on. Make a Mutalisk. Oh! Did she just 1 Scourge for 2 Scourge there? That's a good trade. Wow. I think that's what happened. Scourge don't want to kill Overlords, really. Not a good use of the gas. Killing things that are gas are better for them. Yeah, iNcontrol's in a lot of trouble here. Like an insane amount of trouble here. And whenever I cast iNcontroL, I'm just reminded of the 2016 StarCraft Holiday Bash. I think it was it 16? Sure, man. Scourge battles again. When it's iNcontroL, Day 9, Tasteless, Artosis. Like, they're kind of the main hosts of this thing. And they've got people like Idra and White Raw there. And is Mana there too? Is Mana there too? I don't know. Either way, yeah. I mean, just required viewing about once a year, probably around Christmas. It's so fun. So fun. Just a fun way to remember iNcontroL and what he meant to the StarCraft scene and what a cool dude he was. All right, what do we got? EunGI, I don't know. Like, there's been enough time to kind of rebuild here from iNcontroL. magically. There was this moment in time where there were 5 or 4 mutas for EunGI and 1 muta for iNcontroL. And sure, the Mutalisks of EunGI were injured, but they run in, they take down the 1 Mutalisk that exists for iNcontroL, and then he wins the game. He kills 4 or 5 workers, and that's it. You win, but instead, it just didn't happen. He was just completely unable to close the door there, completely able to finish the job. I don't know if he was worried about a spore, or worried if there were a bunch of Scourge in there, or maybe there were more mutas than he thought. I mean, yeah, the muta count is fairly even. There's a lead here for EunGI, but Scourge can equalize that number, as we're seeing here. EunGI is very happy to see there's not a second base from iNcontroL. It's not really a good map for Ninja expands, but I would probably... Ow. Supply blocked. iNcontroL. I would probably send Overlords to different bases, or maybe just do a Scourge patrol to see if there's an expansion up here, or something down here maybe that iNcontroL is trying to sneak on you. Yeah, this is really bad. This second gas for EunGI, it's everything. Obviously so. So iNcontroL needs one of 2 things. Either to kill this base and stop this gas collection, or 2, get a second base of his own. Those are his options right now. He's not getting upgrades. I mean, neither is EunGI. No Carapace upgrades for these guys. Carapace is the more general way to go in ZVZ, but +1 attack can be good too at times. He's just praying for Scourge hits at this point. It's like, well, I got a bunch of Scourge down here. Let's just hope they hit. Not that many mutas either for EunGI. It's 1 extra Mutalisk, but he's got his own Scourge flock. So here we go. iNcontroL takes a ton of Scourge hits. No, oh, but so does EunGI. He takes a bunch of Scourge hits too. No more white iNcontroL Scourge connections here. But EunGI getting that win on the defense here. Killed a couple drones die. The evac was a little bit better though. Lings rolled in. Lings jumped into that base. Okay, fair enough. I did not do enough for iNcontroL to win this game. I am sorry. Not even close. He didn't kill enough of the mutas. He didn't kill enough of the drones. He didn't wipe out this gas. He couldn't. Yeah, EunGI playing this extremely well. 1 basing at 12 minutes hurts my soul, though. iNcontroL is so behind, he feels like he can't. He can't expand. He'll die. Yeah, probably. Oh, look at these mutas just wipe. Oh, then they jump. The Lings jump into the... 2 drones die. The 3rd drone dies. Okay. All right. This is... No! Oh, that guy gets wiped out, though. 1 more hit on that drone. He would have gotten killed by that Ling. Now it's 11 drones for iNcontroL and 9 for EunGI. And maybe you can expand now? No? No. You absolutely cannot expand now. What is even happening? This is... ZVZ, man. Sometimes at 13 minutes you're on 1 base and you've never even tried to take a second base. I guess sometimes that's true if it's a really aggressive, like, proxy opening from the Terran or something. But even then, if the Terran 1 base proxies you and keeps you on 1 base for 13 minutes, you probably lose 1 base to 1 base, right? Kinda gotta expand against the other races. And you gotta do it here too. As long as your opponent has 2 bases and you don't have 2 bases, you're just slowly bleeding out. It's just iNcontroL is in so much trouble in this game. I keep looking up there. Is getting any upgrades at all? No. No Carapace upgrade. No attack upgrade for Lings or for mutas. Nobody's moving into Hydras here. Oh, that Mutaflock is getting big for EunGI. I gotta see somebody tech into Hive. We must. This game cannot go past the 15-minute mark and just be Ling Muta Scourge here. Although it's a ZVZ, man. Sometimes it is. Sometimes that's all it is. If you want to watch ZVZs that feature things like Defilers, let me know. I can link a couple of them to you on my channel. I have cast some incredible ZVZs featuring Plagues and Dark Swarms and all sorts of great stuff. This is a good plan from iNcontroL. So these Lings come in and distract, and then these Mutas force these drones out of here. Lings take down the Sunken. Going after... My gosh, drones continue to die here. Not in ginormous numbers, but EunGi's got 9 drones at 14 minutes. EunGi is mineral starved. He's got 1,100 gas and no minerals. None. Okay, 20. But that basically counts as nothing. You can't do anything with 20 minerals as Zerg. iNcontroL. Taking a second. 15 minutes and 21 seconds on that second base timing. Dude, no way. The mutas are out of position. And once again, the drones have to evac from this natural base. Another drone dies. Wait. What is happening right now? Another drone dies. It's 10 workers. Every time EunGi gets over 9 drones, bad things happen to him. There's no gas income over here. No, he's like, I need gas. You really don't need this much gas, EunGi. What you need is minerals. You can make 10 mutas with the available gas and 0 mutas with the available minerals, my friend. Mi amigo. Oh, leave one down here. Okay, maybe leave all of them down here. I don't know. This is scraptastic, man. You're scrapping the ever-loving crap out of this. 9 drones again. iNcontroL, sitting back. He's like, hey, I was actually able to get a second base after all. Dude, this Ling stuff, though. This 0-0 speedling Ling stuff is hilarious. He wants this extractor. He's not going to get it. Scourge cannot... Oh, man, if these Scourge had not stopped... 7 mutas, varying states of death. EunGi says, I'm tired of this, I guess. Oh, I just wiped out an Overlord. Funny. Like, okay, so there's no hive attack. Is there a second base yet? And yes, there is. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, so EunGi says, I need some Lings of my own. This is ridiculous. Dude, if iNcontroL wins this game, I'm going to be insanely impressed. I don't see it. I really don't. But maybe. He's been able to keep EunGi's economy down to the point that it's ridiculous. Another drone dies. 8 drones for EunGi, 10 for iNcontroL. Take down this extractor. Or fight the incoming Lings. I don't know. Do something. There you go. Okay, maybe don't fight in overwhelming numbers. Great. Fair enough. That's exactly what you did. There's a Castro versus Lennox ZVZ. That's insane. I think it's on Fighting Spirit. It's a ton of fun. There's another one. SC Pro versus Gambler. Nice Scourge connections. Okay, this is bad for iNcontroL. No, they're mutas. Just killing at your drone count. Just went down to 5, sir. You can evac them over here, but there's nothing to save them either. Like, 1 spore would save your butt. Yeah, nah, EunGi's got this. He's finally figured out how to deal with this Ling stuff. Making his own Zerglings. Hooray! Okay, he lost that battle somehow. Again, Zergling versus Zergling battles are confusing sometimes. Just gotta throw that out there. Like a spore or a sunken, I feel like would have saved so much on both sides here. 1 spore here, 1 sunken like here. I guess there was a sunken here earlier. It died. There's another sunken here now. So, okay. So, 7 to 10 workers at 19 minutes. ZVZ is stupid. Like, there's a reason that ZVZ is a lot of people's least favorite matchup. And a lot of people saw this come through on YouTube and went, nah. Especially if the thumbnail is not going to show anything like a hive or a plague or a hydralisk. Like, hydras are fairly common in this matchup. I mean, not so much in the current meta, because if I remember correctly, I don't know if our ASL 17 final had any hydras made at all the entire time. It's another problem with ZVZ. There's just no unit variety. Like, at least in PvP, you get Zealots and Dragoons and Dark Templar and High Templar and Reavers and Archons. Like, tons of awesome units. And in TvT, you get Marines and you get Siege Tanks and Battle Cruisers show up sometimes and Wraiths. And, like, this is... And, like, Vultures, too, and Goliaths. And this is Ling Muta. You make Zerglings, you make Mutas, you make Scourge. That's it. 3 units make their way into ZVZ a lot of the time. The vast majority of the time at this level. And it's just like, right, well... Well, EunGI's up 15 to 19 total workers here. iNcontroL keeps getting supply blocked into next week. I don't think he can break this with 2 Sunkens and Ling supporting. You're gonna try it though. Okay, it's time to go. It's time to go. Roar! He fights it. EunGI falls back a little bit, which is weird, but yeah, nope. Pelodian. Okay, that's your GG. We're done. A Muta for EunGI does die, which is very cool. These Scourge are just parked over here. I don't know that EunGI even has that many Mutas. He's got 1 Mutalisk. This Sunken did win that, though. Yeah, this game is dumb. This game is dumb. That's all it is. iNcontrol's trying to win it with Lings. $15 to 9 workers seems pretty bad. Like, at some level, there are just too many Scourge out for EunGI, right? They're not providing a lot of value, because iNcontroL doesn't have any Mutalisks, nor does it really seem like he's making any. So every Scourge you have is sort of a waste. These Lings get dragged into fighting Sunken Ling again. Oh, it's so bad. Ow. He was trying to control the Scourge there, not so much the Lings. He should have backed the Lings out, put them back over here. But I think that's it. 30 to 18 supply at this point. There's just not a path forward here for iNcontroL. The fact that he dragged it to 22 minutes when he was down 1 base to 2 for the first entire 15 minutes of the game was not great. It was not great there, but the fact that he came back and, got all the way here to 22 minutes is actually not bad. It's not bad. It's not like EunGI's economy's on fire either. He has not even thought about taking a second base today. No part of that has entered his mind. iNcontroL is trying it again. Dude. Yeah. Rest in peace, little white Zerglings. iNcontroL loves you, but sometimes it's just not enough. Hey, I got another drone kill. I mean, sure. Sure. That's it. I do not know. iNcontroL has no army left at all. Just kidding, he has 2 Lings. He has 2 Zerglings. He's making more Lings than Scourge. iNcontroL supply blocked again. EunGI has really not seen a problem with using these Scourge to scout and kill Overlords, which... I mean, fine. I'm not going to complain about it, I guess, is how I feel about this. EunGI throwing up more Mutas. So yeah, this game's over. Hit the like button, subscribe if you enjoyed this stuff. ZVZ sometimes, you have hopes for it, right? You're like, ooh, a 25-minute ZVZ. Boy, I certainly hope this thing involves more than Scourge, Lings, and Mutas. And it certainly doesn't. That was like 4 Scourge from Muta. Sometimes, even if you kill something, it's not worth, right? Sometimes 4 Scourge to kill a Mutalisk is just not really high level what you want to be doing here. EunGI still has way more gas than he needs, but he insists on saturating both of his gases fully no matter how few drones he has on minerals. Look at this. This man has hardly any drones on minerals at all, and he's like, I need more gas. I got 1,400 gas. I think if all he'd done is maybe pull a couple of these, like, these 3 drones, put them on minerals, and just made a bunch of lings, and then just, like, ran them over, I think he wins the game. But this 1,400 mineral bank is insane. All right, man. Remember when I was like, iNcontroL has one last attempt? This is the last attempt. There's just nothing. There's nothing. That's GG. Yeah, iNcontroL taps out. EunGI gets the win. iNcontroL has to tap against the Korean, who I don't know, I've never heard of, but that's okay. He's pretty okay and good anyway. All right. Well, that was fun. It was something. It was just a very, very, very low econ game where iNcontroL got a second base at 15 minutes. EunGI never even thought about getting a third base today. Nobody got any upgrades. No carapace upgrades. No attack upgrades. No ground armor upgrades. Nothing. Just 0-0 speedlings against mutas, against Scourge until the day is over, and now the day is over. So yeah, I think it just came down to one of the first muta battles there where EunGI won it handily, right? I think it was up here. Didn't finish the game. But iNcontroL wasn't able to get a second base out because air control belonged to EunGI. EunGI took a second base, and from there, it was just death. The longer the game went on, then there was just no way that iNcontroL was winning. So, what do we got? 72,000 to 65,000 points here in favor of EunGI. iNcontroL outproduced EunGI by a lot, but outkilled. Yeah, EunGI outkilled on the other way a lot, too. 2 buildings raised. I think those were sunkens. And then iNcontroL got outspent by about 350 resources here. 250 resources? 150? 150 resources is all. But this kill-death ratio, right? Just the sunken ling muta stuff against all the lings that iNcontroL was making, plus the muta battles that went in EunGI's favor. It's tricky. It's a tricky, tricky matchup. ZVZ, man. Not anyone's favorite at all. So, all right. That was fun, and that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.